the judge will tell us who the winner of today's Three from the Guys is.
Michael, Peter, how you guys doing today?
Doing well, Judge.
Sounds good. Let's see. It's 1-1. You guys are tied. We're going into the back half of the back nine of the week. Let's get to it. PT. The Portland Trailblazers have traded Tim Quarterman to Houston for cash considerations. And then they tweeted out a warm welcome to cash considerations with a picture of a bunch of $100 bills.
Correct.
And as you've said, other people mock this move with their own jokes and memes and tweets. But apparently the league is not laughing. They're taking this seriously. The NBA just announced that cash considerations has been suspended after tests revealed trace amounts of cocaine on him. I understand the team is already planning to trade cash considerations for another player who's doing very well in Europe right now named Bitcoin.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, Bitcoin is reportedly harder to guard against than cash considerations, said Bitcoin's head coach, Barter System.
The barter system. Get out of
Mike,
here.
Put this story in the don't have your triple bypass surgery in Chile file.
Yeah.
Surgeons stopped performing an operation to watch the Chile-Portugal Confederations Cup soccer semifinal on a TV that someone dragged into the operating room. And they all jumped around and cheered when Chile scored. I mean, it turned out that the unconscious patient happened to be Portuguese. So they just poured a box of Junior Mints into his body cavity and sewed him up.
Yeah, Seinfeld.
This is
they
really
are refreshing,
lesson.
They are refreshing.
What's that, Mike?
They are refreshing.
They are. But you should be eating them from a safe distance. It's a good lesson for our listeners out there that happen to be in medical school. Whenever you find that you just can't follow the medical rules, just bend them like Beckham, and you'll be good to go. Crickets. Hey, PT. Oklahoma Sooners junior.
Sorry. I just want to let you know I was paying attention to you, but there's so many text messages coming in that I'm trying to do two things at once. That's why I was a little off on that.
That's okay. Bending the rules like Beckham for medical school. Okay, I mean it's fine.
Yeah.
So Oklahoma Sooners junior Paige Parker, PT, helped win the Women's College World Series this month. And then they let her throw the first pitch at a KC Royals game. Nice story, but while warming up, she knocked over Drew Butera with her wicked underhand rise ball. And I know you've seen the video. Have you seen the video, Mike, of this woman pitch?
I have not.
It's amazing. I mean, it's deadly. And this woman resembles Melissa McCarthy, and I say that with admiration. She puts a lot of zip on the ball. And then I saw that her ERA in college is 1.43. I've been watching the Phillies so long this season, I forgot that ERAs go that low. Why isn't this chick down in Clearwater? Or at least pitching against the St. Lucie Mets and Tim Tebow? That would be awesome. Two virgins going against each other.
Hey now.
Oh, man.
That was assumptive of me. I have no knowledge whatsoever if Paige Parker is a virgin. She's a lovely woman. And a great pitcher. And not someone that you want to cross if she's got a ball in her hand. Anyway, MG, the Atlanta Braves commentator Joe Simpson ripped the team organist for playing his happy and peppy battered transition music just because the Braves were down 7-0 to the Brewers. I guess Simpson forgot that the organist is playing for Atlanta Braves fans, also known as the Dallas Cowboy fans of the National League. I mean, it could be 20-0 down there, and you just have to go, whoa, 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 and they all start doing tomahawk chops. Phillies fans would be cursing and throwing D-cells out there.
D-cells?
But
True.
The Braves just don't care, Joe. That's why the organ player keeps doing his thing. It doesn't matter if the Braves win, as long as you have a pleasant distraction for 3 hours.
That's right.
I mean, that really should be the Atlanta Braves marketing slogan. We will pleasantly distract you for 3 hours. Sign here. Peter.
Yes, Judge.
Fat Joe, who incidentally is appearing in the area in August on the Rough Riders tour, went off about the Knicks and how much he loves Carmelo Anthony and he loves Charles Oakley and he loves Patrick Ewing. with all this love Fat Joe is giving out, I'm beginning to think Rough Riders is actually a condom brand, not a tour. The judge has been monitoring the Knicks fall into the abyss for a while now, as I'm sure you know. And if only James Dolan could install Fat Joe as the GM/president, this process can be completed. I mean, guys, there's an old saying in sports, and that is that if you are a coach or owner, if you start listening to the fans, you end up sitting with them.
That's
and
right.
Watching JD in the straight shot, no less.
I knew that would work its way in.
So, Mike, a New Zealand rugby game streaker, and really, that intro is all you need to know. That could be the end of the story right there, actually. But it isn't. It isn't. This guy ran on a rugby field during a game, naked, got arrested, and then he set up a crowdfunding page to help him pay an expected fine of over $3,000.
That's right.
I don't know how he can pay a judge in court when they arrested him. He's naked. He's got nowhere to put his wallet. And if he did find a crevice in which to stash his money, who the hell would take it from him?
Come on. That's Mike, not fair. That's not fair.
Who needs that kind of cash consideration?
The Trailblazers, who were formerly the Jailblazers.
His crowdfunding page starts with, if you're happy paying $400 for 80 minutes of rugby, can't you spare $1 more for me? I mean, he should just change it to, if you are stupid enough to pay $400 to see New Zealand rugby, then paying me is just as stupid.
That's a good point.
I would buy that for $1.
Take that for data.
RoboCop.
We're at the end of 3 from the guys, and today I'm going to tip my cap to the creativity of tying in our promotion for the Rough Riders Tour and Fat Joe to PT. Congratulations, Pete. You've won 3 from the guys.
Yes! We have a winner. Congratulations, you are one of life's winners. We'll be right back.
I got to tell you, Judge, the listeners are not in agreement with you. It's a rout on the text board that the MG's stories were superior today. But the official judge goes for the PT. Congratulations, PT.
The good thing about this, Mike, is that tomorrow you could win, and then we'd have the tiebreaker. You could actually come out ahead. I'm curious, which of your 3 stories were the listeners admiring?
A lot of people like the operating table story. That one seemed to be a very heavy vote, and they gave us some good reasons. We'll try to read off a couple of those later on in the show, but the Mike operating story was the runaway favorite for most of the listeners today.
That was your first story, though, and PT's Fat Joe one was last, so maybe they're just coming in as we speak. I wouldn't be surprised if a couple people show up and share their love for Fat Joe.
We'll see. All
He's
right,
a huge fan of the Knicks, by the way.
The judge is up at the top of the hour. He's got South Jersey Sports Center